no greater feeling than being a father. Stay with it. Might be hard, but it's worth it at the end. There's nothing like being a father.
Hey, sunflowers and squares. Welcome back to BPD Squared, where we discuss mental health from a Black woman's perspective. My name is Brenda, and today we are celebrating Father's Day. Today is Father's Day in the U.S., and I want to take this time to extend the biggest, warmest, and most loving Happy Father's Day that I can to all of our fathers out there, especially our Black fathers. Not only are we living through a global pandemic, we are also living through a second wave of a civil rights movement. On May 25th, 2020, George Floyd lost his life due to police brutality. Due to this, there has been an uprise in protests and marches and demand for police reform throughout not only the United States, but throughout the world. Many people have come to stand on the side of Black lives and have been toting the hashtag and shouting the chant Black Lives Matter in solidarity with our fallen brethren and sisters. So a few of the men in my life who are friends and family members have graced me with the opportunity to interview them on what it is like to be a Black man in America, especially in 2020. If you happen to be a Black father or you know of a Black father who should watch this video, please make sure you share this content with them. If you would like to answer any of the questions that will be asked in this interview, please make sure you leave your answers either down below in the comments or click the link in the description to go to the forum and leave your answers there as well. So, with all that being said, I want to extend a gigantic thank you to every single person who participated in this video, whether you were behind the scenes or in front of the camera. Thank you so much for all your support, your love, and for sharing your experience on this platform. And thank you to my 81 subscribers. I am so excited to say that. I was talking to my brother and he was like, I'm waiting for you to crack 80. I'm waiting for you to crack 80. And we finally did that. So thank you guys so much for being here and becoming a sunflower. I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for everything you do, your support, your love, your questions, answers, all the things that you do. I truly, truly appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get into this video. And I love you guys so much.
They are very necessary. I'm more on the side of the peaceful ones. I don't condone violence, especially as it can be very dangerous towards me as a bigger Black man, especially.
The streets speak for themselves. I think it's a good thing. It's good that everybody's aware. Black, white, all colors. I think we should continue to stay on the streets and keep awareness going because we don't want to see these guys.
I agree with half of them. The violent ones I don't necessarily agree with because in the end I feel that it's affecting our communities.
I like peaceful protests. You know, like the marches that they're doing and they just standing outside, you know, with signs and, you know, a lot of talking and stuff like that. But when you start tearing up stuff, that's not good because you're not hurting anybody by tearing up stuff. You know, you go and say, well, you're going to protest police brutality, so you're going to go tear up a store or whatever. Whose store are you tearing it up? Because you're in your neighborhood. You're tearing up your own property.
I mean, they have rooms where you can pay and break stuff and do what you want to get frustration off.
For too long, Blacks has had the foot on their neck, or should I say the knee on their neck.
The peaceful ones, I'm all for it. Freedom of speech, let your feelings be heard. But being violent and doing things for the sake of doing them is dumb and stupid.
What you need to do is get freedom from brutality by people that are eyed to protect and serve.
We are not alone. We have people out there that are
willing to march with us to speak about against the racial injustice in this country, systemic racism that keeps our people down. Of course, our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents march and fight for us to get to this point.
We're now sick and tired of it. We're now fighting back. We're pushing back for what's right, not for only the black people, but for all of the people worldwide.
One thing I teach them to stay in within their offices in the local governments, your state governor, your district attorneys, your school districts. I teach them to vote. Make sure you pay attention.
I was always taught to treat others the way you want to be treated. Not the way they want to be treated, but the way you want to be treated.
A little bit later on when they get older that, hey, you're not better than anybody, but don't be pushed over, don't let anybody run over you, know your rights, think.
The Bible says that we must respect those in authority. So you keep your respect toward them, and anything that is not right, someone else will catch it. There's cameras everywhere. Now cell phones are being used for not only cameras, but they're also being used for videos that will right the wrong.
I haven't looked at skin color, and I never really told my children about what's supposed to be different. But I taught him that all people were equal.
Being that I'm mixed, and so is my daughter, I've kind of had to teach her just in general to accept everybody. Not everybody is going to appreciate her or me or our family.
Thinking, that's the biggest thing I teach my oldest one. Think before you do something. That's the most serious thing you can do. I mean, it all starts at home anyway. So think, pay attention, listen, know your surroundings. Don't put yourself in a situation that you can't get yourself out of.
I've told her, you can't expect everybody to love you, and you can't force them. There are people who just are hateful, and you have to just tell them have a nice day and not let it affect you.
Well, I really keep him close because of his disability. And a lot of times what I do is I will not let him out of my eyesight. Young black men with special needs, autistic, possibly with a disability, they may not understand what the police is saying. Okay, and the police, not knowing that they have a disability, what do? They assault them, they attack them. So with me, I kind of keep my son very close to me, and best thing to do is if you know for a fact that your kid has a disability, you must watch over them like never before, because to me, my kid is my heart.
Absolutely.
Yes, numerous times. As both a black man, a black trans man, and even as a black female.
I guess you could say that was discrimination, which I didn't even think about at the time because we as people had our own group.
One time I had a '03 Honda Accord that my dad had helped me to get, and had tinted windows, and made a U-turn. I got pulled over, got my car searched, right here off of West Time.
Like as far as picnics, I never thought about going to their picnics because we had our own picnics. And then as, I continued to work and be amongst these people, I got invited. I mean, I may be what they used to call, oh, you the token. I mean, that old saying, we say. I didn't look at it like that. I looked at it, hey, man, somebody likes me, I'm treating them right, they treat me right. So we go for it.
I have had jobs literally let me go because I told them I was trans, and it didn't agree with their owners' beliefs or what their company stood for, and they tried to find reasonable reasons to justify letting me go, and they couldn't. It was just, you no longer fit in with our atmosphere.
Yeah, they searched my car saying, oh, well, you know, we thought it might have smelled like weed. Now, I've never smoked a day in my life, nor do I smell like smoke, nor have I ever been drunk a day in my life. So I was confused, but at the time I was younger and I didn't want to have a contest with a officer, especially two officers. I don't know if it was the first day or first week, but and then it was a female officer on top of that. So yeah, she kind of had a thing out, so I'm just like, you know, I'm just gonna let it pass. And yeah, that was pretty much the time. I didn't get a citation or anything. They just thought they had a victim that they can take advantage of, but I just had tinted windows, so.
That was a situation where I was going to Abbott Thomas Junior High, and a bunch of white police officers came upon us, a group of black males that was standing at a store called Sonny's at the time. And they approached us and said to us that they'd gotten a call that we were doing something that we wasn't doing. However, this police officer proceeded to wrestle me down at one point because I said something to him to the effect that we're doing nothing. You're doing nothing but harassing us.
I was driving in an affluent, white, upper class neighborhood, and I'm a black guy. I'm getting pulled over by the cops. And had I acted wrong, I could have been another statistic. And when the cop saw that I wasn't doing anything, because he had his hand on his holster the entire time, but I had to sit there and pull out my white boy voice. I'm sorry, sir, I didn't know anything. Well, can you show me what you're looking at? Telling my wife who's in the car in front of me to drive off because he can't have two people pulled over, yet and still we're following each other. And my wife is literally almost in tears. Baby, call me on the phone. I need to know what's going on. All because I'm a black man.
He wrestled me to the ground and told me that I was going to be arrested. Ended up I was not arrested, and the bottom of it was that under no circumstances did they have anything or any cause to be there.
Like, it's not fair. And every day I go out having to worry, is this going to be the day that my child sees her father getting hurt?
Arm your children with knowledge. Arm your children with know-how. Please teach them how to think for themselves. Please teach them how to do for themselves. Definitely teach them trades. Definitely, you know, make them a better version of yourself.
Expect the unexpected. No matter how much you read, how much advice you get from older generations, friends, uncles, dads, fathers, you're never prepared.
My advice to you is to make sure you teach your kids about Black history. Be patient. Be present. Time is an essence, and it's the best way you can pay your children back this time.
Me as a black father now, that never do his father.
My advice is to keep going. It's worth it. It's hard, it's challenging, and at sometimes you start to second guess decisions that you made to put yourself in a situation where you have a son or a daughter.
I definitely want my sons, they got some big shoes to fill, but I definitely want my sons to be much better than me. Knowledge is power. Teach them how to respect their women, especially, man. A lot of youngsters, I ain't gonna get far into it, but don't really know how to respect women or things like that. I mean, these are our mothers, these are our sisters, these are our children. You have to take care of your women. The queen is the most important part of the chessboard, honestly.
No matter what you're going through, you got to be there. Don't walk away. If you and the wife can't get along, if you and the girlfriend can't get along, still your child needs you. Do not walk away and leave your child fatherless.
You're the first man that they see. It's the best feeling in the world, but it's the most scariest feeling. Go with your instinct, always. Trust that you will make mistakes, accept that you won't be perfect, and love that child unconditionally.
I do what I can for my son, and just to hear him laugh hysterically and smile, always follow me around, always wants to be picked up so I can hug him. There's no greater feeling than being a father. So again, my advice is stay with it. Might be hard, but it's worth it at the end.
And don't take it for granted. It's a hard job, trust me. Lord, it's so hard. But you'll get the reward in the end. So that's how I would say.
Stay with your family, no matter what. You are breadwinner, leader, you are the teacher, you are the advisor, you're the policeman, you're the fireman, you're the nurse. Be prepared for ups and downs. They are your responsibility for the rest of your life. You bring children into the world. They are your responsibility. Don't leave. Please don't leave. Because I've seen so many athletes come on talking about, my father left me when I was young and my mother had to take care of me. It is your responsibility to see that your children are fed, housed, clothed, and loved.
So be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Okay.
Oh, say that?
Yes.
Oh, be sure to like, comment, and save.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe.
All right now, y'all heard the man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. And don't let the cute face fool you. He don't play. Thank you guys so much for stopping by to watch this video. I hope you found it informative, helpful, entertaining, whatever. Also, if you do want to answer any of the questions that were asked in this video, please be sure to leave your answers either down below in the comments or follow the link in the description to answer the questions on the forum. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and make sure you sign up on BPDsquared.com and become a sunflower so that you guys can learn why Black mental health matters. But as always, stay square, my sunflowers. I love you guys so much, and I hope that all my fathers out there have a wonderful, beautiful, and meaningful Father's Day. Mwah.